Hey kids, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of the GONZO Radio Show. Big Daddy here, a special Labor Day version of the show because, well, quite frankly, we've been suffering through some horrendous weather here in South Florida. Tropical Storm Gordon decided to just appear out of nowhere just to our south and just crap all over our holiday. Tonight's episode is going to be a flashback episode. We're flashing back to 3 different years, 3 different versions, 3 different segments of the show, back to 2012 with me, Bobby Mack, and Cindy Mack. A great little show that we did, probably about 30 episodes of. 30 episodes? Close to it. A little raw, a little rough. I tried to massage the sound levels as much as possible, but it gives you a real good idea of where we were and how we started doing this version of the show. Also, then we'll fast forward to 2015, the live stage version of the show. I've always envisioned the show being some sort of a live stage version show, sort of like a late night talk show type of a situation, and we still may end up doing that. And then, of course, the studio show that we did back with myself, Christine, and Rui being our producer, and Vivian Orozco being our fantastic director. So there you have it. It's going to run about about 33 and a half minutes with very little interruption. No interruption. I don't think I put any commercial breaks in. So you guys go ahead and enjoy this. It's going to be a fun romp. And thank you so much for tuning in here on a holiday, and have yourself a real good time. The GONZO Radio Show Flashback Edition, and we'll see you again same regular time next week with the same regular hijinks, including Pet of the Week and RUFKM and Geek Check and Broken News. So we'll see you guys next week. I repeat, I am not doing a fantasy football draft as we speak. I got Antonio Brown, by the way, 3rd pick overall. So, yeah, I don't have anything better to do than just to sit here and operate the board. Here you go, kids. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. And you didn't want to go to rehab.
Oh, what? Too soon?
Paging Dr. Faggot! Dr. Faggot!
Hey, fuckface. Hey, fuckface. Stick a tampon in it, will you? GONZO Radio is on. GONZO Radio is on. GONZO Radio is on. Sit down, shut up, and turn it on. Turn it up. If it's just made fun of your mom, it's definitely GONZO Radio. GONZO Radio is on. Oh, welcome back. Oh, so such a big 2 weeks off that we've had. We've been gone for 2 weeks, and here we are back on the 23rd. And man, we've got a lot to talk about, but everything gets trumped over the news this afternoon's news of Amy Winehouse passing away.
Indeed, sir.
It's always heavy news when a Grammy winner passes away, but this is a train wreck that we've been watching for years now.
Yeah.
And congratulations to everybody who picked her in the Deadpool this year. Good job by you. Spend the money wisely. Send one up for Amy.
I did not have her picked, actually, in the Deadpool. I keep picking Abe Vigoda as the lock every year, It just never comes through.
Oh, my God. Is he still alive?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes.
And how pissed off are all the people that pick Betty White every year, too? She's going to live to be like 105.
Good for her. I love her.
Sinful. Stand up and take a bow, Sinful. Says show everybody your new outfit. This is fantastic.
Yeah, check this out.
Ladies, you can order this online.
I don't know how much of it you can see.
Oh no, we can see plenty. We're really enjoying. Hey, there's some. You dropped something there. What? Hey, easy now.
Up high, baby. There we go. That's
hello.
it. Oh no. Good God, y'all.
Looks like she's giving Fred a handy.
It did, actually.
Oh, that's the reason why he's smiling and his pupils are dilated like that. It's like
High
Oh,
voltage,
dear.
baby.
So, like I said, the real heavy news that got dropped on us today. I mean, because she was only 27, she was a Grammy winner, but like I said before, she has been just this absolute downhill, flaming, rolling train wreck that mobs of cameras and photographers and reporters all flock around because I don't know, they'll catch her smoking crack, which they have.
Oh yeah. She's actually, some of the videos circulating online about her now are just fail videos, like where she goes out to do a performance and can't remember the words, calls in the backup singers in a drunk stupor to come take her microphone and fill in.
I don't know the words anymore.
Oh my God.
And and if I hear one person compare her to Janis Joplin, I'm going to smack you right in the forehead.
Oh.
Okay, because we're talking about now. Granted, that's because we're talking apples and oranges. We're talking about somebody who abused drugs and multiple drugs to an extreme, and somebody who pretty much was lonely and drank herself to death. And one talent far outweighs the other. Janis's talent, I'm sorry, does far outweigh. I mean, not to speak ill of the dead. God forbid.
God forbid.
No disrespect.
No disrespect over here.
Over where?
Over here.
Forget about it.
But yeah, she joined the only similarity. Obviously, they were both 27.
The 27
and,
group.
The famous 27 Forever or Club 27 Hall of Fame rock and roll musicians. What do we got? Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Kurt Cobain, Jim Morrison, and the kid who started the Rolling Stones, Brian
Wilson.
No, that's the Beach Boys.
Oh, the Rolling Stones. Oh, Brian Jones.
Brian Jones.
Oh.
Jones.
And there were actually
Who was the really good guitar player, actually.
And if you look on the Wikipedia page, there's actually another 25 musicians that died at 27 from the lesser bands that you may or may not know. Coasters, Drifters, everywhere. So it's a very sad thing. I, like everybody else, not shocked that it happened to her. I'm saddened though that she was so incredibly young when it did happen.
Right.
It really is a bummer. And I'm sure that there are a lot of, especially with the tabloid press having such a field day with Rupert Murdoch and the whole News Corp debacle going on over there. I'm certain that they're happy for a little bit of a distraction because, dirt and sleaze and drama always marches on. It will always march on. And, the whole Rupert Murdoch thing, I mean, this is a good thing to take a weekend. It's very convenient. Thanks, Amy, for dying on a Saturday. That was very convenient of you.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, really, seriously. And in my personal life, I've been through a little bit of the whole, not me going to rehab or anything, or me dying or anything. I'm still here. Hi, how you doing? But just recently, I've had some friends that have gone through a little bit of a debacle, and go to rehab if you really have that bad of a problem. I mean, her problem was so bad it was out in public. Her problem was in the press, in the news.
No doubt.
But for those of you out there who do have your own personal demons, go get some help. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I don't think years from now anyone's going to be saying to themselves, "Do you remember where you were and what you were doing when you found out about?" No.
Right.
No.
I was
Put a pen on that.
We were napping.
I was in my jammas scratching my balls.
What? Somebody died? What? Hang on. All right, somebody died. What? No. Hey, you know what? And a lot of people don't take it as a major happening. But it sort of is. I mean, it's a significant artist. That there I will allow the comparison to Janis Joplin. Okay, the body of work wasn't as extensive. Okay, Janis did what? 2 albums, 3 albums?
Something like that. She
I think
was young,
did,
yeah.
She did like 2, maybe 3 albums. So I mean, the body of work is similar, okay, and the impact. Of course, I'm biased toward Janis, but the quality of the body of work was a little different. And I don't think did Janis win a Grammy? I don't think Janis won a Grammy.
No?
But no, I don't know. I don't think she did.
We'll have to let our audience Google that.
Anybody get out there and Google that, will you?
Play probably when there's
I'm
deals
all about
that,
the preparation, baby.
Like Elvis is still winning freaking awards, you know, after he's been gone.
Well, he was Elvis.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
But, you know, when her album Back to Black came out, she had done an album before that that was a little jazzier and a little less mainstream. And when she did the album Back to Black, and she broke it down into 70s soul style, she had the Dap Kings backing her up. That was the name of the great band that backed her up on that album. And easy now.
Nice.
Thank you. I got a rim shot. Did I tell a joke?
Ah!
Oh, boom. Thank you. I'll be here all the week.
Thank you.
Tip your bartenders and waitresses. Try to veal.
Who's the librarian?
But Back to Black was like an 8 million copy sell. I mean, you sell 8 million of anything. But Back to Black was a serious, I mean, and like we just heard the opening pa-bang from, what was that? That was You Know I'm No Good. She did a cover of the song Cupid. She did, of course, Rehab, which both the version with Jay-Z and the version on her own. And also she had an unplugged version that she did. You know, the few live performances that she was able to actually coherently get through, you know, when they did have her up there sober, or at least, you know, enough to where she had her shit together and her talent showed, a fantastic talent. But, you know, she's done. The demons get you.
What a shame. Did you see her before pictures? My daughter just put this up, ironically, less than a week ago, of the before and after Amy Winehouse pictures. She was a great-looking woman prior to the... It's not like, you know, oh, I'm famous, let me do some coke and lose some weight. No, she was
a
fine.
nice Jewish girl from North London. She was I mean, I've got a bio over here. I mean, let's see. Let's see. Grew up in North London, North London suburbs. Got into the show business at an early age when she was 10. She formed a rap group called Sweet and Sour. I know because I read about this earlier today. I've almost got this memorized. But, yeah, professional preparation, people. Learn it.
Ah.
But, yeah, she studied at the Sylvia Young Theater School, which is, you know, sort of like a fame type of a school. And she was going to start being a pop star, but she didn't fall into it. And she got kind of pressured into putting Back to Black together with what was his name, Mark Ronson and Salaam Remi, Salaam Remi is also one of the, I believe he's the drummer of the Dap Kings.
That's my favorite topping on pizza as well.
Salaam Remi.
Yeah.
And they put her with them and said, take her songs and bang, make an album. And they said, we got a great band that can do stuff like this. And the rest is history. You know, so we're talking to somebody who made an impact. And no, Frank, you can't have your glasses back.
Ah.
Yeah. Aren't they styling? I look good in glasses.
Didn't
put you back
Jeffrey
on camera.
Dahmer wear glasses?
I do. I look good. I'm accepting the fact that I'm 39, okay?
Yeah, me too.
Me 3.
Yes, we're all 39.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
39. I'm 39.
GONZO Radio. GONZO Radio. Tonight on GONZO Radio, we go to Blue Jean Blues to interview the voice finalist, Karina Iglesias. We bring you all the madness and celebrities of SuperCon South Florida. Comedian Lenny Travis brings his raw comedy to our stage. Get ready for GONZO Radio. No pulled punches, no mercy.
That's all you got? Well, thanks for coming, and this is GONZO Radio. Are you done? This is going to be on TV. It really is. Well, I'm Big Daddy Gonzo, and welcome. Thank you very much for coming and sitting in on GONZO Radio here at the Boca Black Box Theater. I love this place. Is this place great? Big hand for Randy Singer. great place. I love this place. Well, we got a lot to get to. We've got a lot of really, really cool. We got comedian Lenny Travis is going to be up here in a little bit. He's going to be doing a big hand for Lenny Travis. It's going to make you laugh. Guy's incredible, incredible. Got a lot of stuff to see and do. We're going to be taking you out to Florida SuperCon, where we'll be with Eric Roberts. Eric Roberts is great. And also Brian O'Halloran. He's not even supposed to be here. We're also going to take you to Blue Jean Blues, which is a great blues bar, and we'll be talking to an incredibly talented singer, Karina Iglesias. And Cece will be talking to her. You don't want me to do the interview. You definitely want to get two hot chicks. But on with the show. Welcome to the most luxurious, the most opulent, the most fantastic show with...
No.
What?
No, we talked about this.
What?
We talked about this, right?
Yeah.
What? No Donald Trump, no Caitlyn Jenners. No.
It's my show.
No. No. We talked about this, no.
Okay, how about the Kardashians? Can I do the Kardashians?
Everybody's done the Kardashians, go ahead.
Everybody does the Kardashians. Okay, let's do the Kardashians then, okay. Khloe Kardashian is catching a lot of flack for bringing a camera crew to the hospital where she was visiting her husband, Lamar Odom. Lamar had himself a little adventure at a brothel out in suburban Las Vegas, an adventure where he was unresponsive and not breathing, and they had to call an ambulance. Adventure, I like that kind of adventure. But, and yes, they're still married. They filed papers, but they're still married. You know, it's a Kardashian thing. Yeah, we're broken up, but we're still married. A rep for the reality star said that while Khloe's always going to love Lamar, and I love that ringtone. That is awesome. Thank you. While Khloe will always love Lamar, Khloe and the E! Network are really going to love Lamar when this footage comes out during Sweeps Week. I thought so too. I really did. But in further news, now for those of you who haven't heard recently, Lamar Odom is responsive. He's up, he's conscious, he's talking, he's speaking. Now, of course, he opened his eyes and the first thing he saw was Khloe sitting there bedside. And what do you think his first words were? Bitch, what are you doing here? It's a hell of a thing to wake up to, let me tell you what. You go to sleep, you're surrounded by prostitutes. You wake up, you're still surrounded by prostitutes. Comedy, I'm telling you, comedy, thank you. Like this is hard? Also, in the news, big news, especially for you guys that are over the age of 40. Playboy said that they announced next month that they are going to stop publishing nude photos of women.
What?
I actually did that. I booed the news. What? Boo! Boo! Well, my neighbors are like, what the hell is wrong with him? But yeah, guys over 40 are not reacting to this very well at all. Of course, I'm a little over 40. And for the guys under 40, they're like, what's a magazine? They have no idea. So what's a magazine? All right, well, I'm done torturing you with my version of comedy. What do you say we get this show on the road, okay? Huh? You like that?
GONZO Radio.
And we're back. And we're getting things underway here now. We have a segment coming up here, and we're just going to get right to it. It's at a fantastic blues and jazz club called Blue Jean Blues down in Fort Lauderdale. Anybody here blues fans? Blues? Anybody? Blues? Jazz? Anybody? The rest of you are Philistines. Blues and jazz is awesome. I like all kinds of music, but still. And you loved it. You went there.
Oh, I loved it.
By the way, Christine Curran, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
Kevin the Idaho Jew. You got a couple of.
Yeah, I got a couple of mess. Yeah.
Got a couple of who? What?
I don't know if that's for the Idaho or for the Jew.
You were the only Jew in Idaho.
That's why it's the Idaho Jew, not an Idaho Jew.
It's like potatoes and one Jew.
Yeah, pretty much.
And a whole bunch of white supremacists.
Yeah, when they turn around and say, where do Jews hang out? I point them to a tree. That's not a joke. That's the sad part.
It's okay. We'll edit that in post. Don't worry.
Thanks.
We'll get that. Don't worry. So we took, like I said, we took the whole crew out. It was a sweltering night at Blue Jean Blues, and we checked out Karina Iglesias, who was on The Voice. And I tell you, let's just get right to it.
GONZO Radio.
Welcome to the Saturday Night at Blue Jean Blues.
name's Astoria Ross. You're watching Gonzo Radio at Blue Jean Blues.
Wait, how do you watch radio?
It's 6 versus 5. Everybody has a beer in their hand.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. You're eating again?
It's their pizza. They're famous for
Oh
it.
my gosh. Move over. Jeez.
Hey, mind you. Hey, nice. Cheers.
So we've got the beautiful Karina Iglesias here, and you were amazing tonight, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
So she was on The Voice. NBC's The Voice, and honestly, she is The Voice. Shakira, I don't know what you were thinking. So tell me, like, what's been going on since you got off the show?
You know, a lot of little doors opened up for me. I got to go to Europe and do a little tour over there. I traveled around the country singing a couple of anthems and some big football games. I've been recording new music. So I've been pretty busy. I can't complain. I'm very blessed, yeah.
So what are you looking forward to do next? What are you working on now?
Working on a new album, been writing some music. So, you know, just in the studio, being creative and jamming out with my fellas. You know, it's just I'm very blessed to do what I love to do for a living, so I can't complain.
All right, so who's the bigger diva? Is it Christina, Shakira, Adam, or Blake?
You know, the one guy that I thought was the biggest diva ended up being the nicest guy. I was Usher. Yeah, man. I thought he was so pompous and arrogant, especially during my audition, and he had like his knee up on the chair or whatever, and I was like, who's this? But every time I saw him, he was very nice and very sweet. They were all very nice.
That's just a stunner pose.
I guess it was like his swag thing going, you know, but they were all very nice.
So tell me about the LBGT community. How are they taking this for you? They obviously are super happy. How do you feel like you're affecting them or impacting them?
You know, as soon as I got out of the show, you know, the whole marriage equality thing has been a big issue recently. I wasn't expecting for it to become legal in my home state because I was born and raised here in Florida. So my wife and I had to go to California to get married because we were like, there's no way. I mean, Florida will be the last state in the country. So I wrote a song. It's called Only Love Can Save Us. It was the first single that I released after coming out of the show, and it's about anti-bullying and marriage equality. And so go check it out on iTunes. Only Love Can Save Us under Karina Iglesias. You know, I just wanted to send a positive message. You know, this is it's important to me. It hits home to me. You know, the fact that I can go to some third world country and get put in jail or get murdered because I'm gay. You know, it's hardcore to think about those things. And I think that no matter where you stand, whether you're for it or against it, I guarantee you there's somebody in everybody's family that's gay. So you can either embrace it, accept it, you know, it's not gonna go anywhere. You know, we're not hurting anybody, and if you don't like it, then, you know, you mind your own business and let people live their lives, you know? I mean, it's no-brainer.
I'm sending this interview to my aunts. Love you guys.
Yeah, come on.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Karina Iglesias, she's amazing. You have to hear her voice. I had goosebumps listening to you. Every time I went to the bathroom, I'm like, let me stop and listen to her again. I did, I swear. Check her out online. Karina Iglesias, thank you so much for having us and for being here.
Thank you guys.
GONZO Radio.
Now, occasionally I like to turn the Idaho Jew loose on the people, sort of like a Frankenstein turning his monster loose on the villagers. And we do a little something here we like to call the 7 Deadly Questions. And Vic!
Yes, sir.
Fire it up, will you?
All right, then.
Question number 1, lust. If you could sleep with any person, celebrity or not, live or dead, man or woman, who would it be?
That would have to be, maybe, come on, Cleopatra, right?
Cleopatra, yes, we're going.
I mean, just to say you did it.
Matthew McConaughey. I love him. I was going to say Marilyn Monroe because I love everything about her, but I feel like that's such a cliched answer, and you probably have gotten it 1,000 times.
From the men, yes. From the ladies, no. We've got a 2-for winner right there.
Probably young version of, God, I'm cutting a blank, Emma Thompson.
Living or dead, huh? Frank Sinatra dead. While he's dead, like right now, his corpse.
Number 2, Gluttony. What is your favorite cannot live without pig out food?
I like, I like, you can't really pig out on sushi, but I love sushi, and anytime I can have it.
Sweet or salty?
Take your pick.
Fried chicken. I know.
I mean, nachos are good, of course. Tacos, the Mexican fried pizza.
The one you can't live without. Come on.
I'm saying all of them. Look at me, I'm a pig.
I'm gonna go with tacos. There's a taco truck that parks outside of my apartment in New York, and I always check in on Yelp. And you know, when you have the most check-ins somewhere, you become the Duchess. I'm the Duchess of my taco truck, everybody.
Well, since you said tacos, you're a big fan of 2 tacos and having someone touch your butt.
What? Wait, what?
Agreed. Some people collect cards. Some people actually collect people. What is your one must-have thing?
Jewelry.
Music. I gotta have music. I have to have, and I buy the CDs. I'm not a big download the music type guy.
I collect Disney ephemera. Ephemera is paper products, things that people throw away. I collect all that shit.
Hobo souls.
Number 4, slop. Lazy mom?
Yes.
Good. What is the one thing you always try to get out of?
Everything.
Laundry.
Interviews with pirates. That's the one thing I always try to get out of.
Financial bullcrap.
Wrath. Who would you like to just punch in the face?
Pretty much everyone. I have a lot of rage. Everyone on, I can tell you when I punch in the face. Everyone on an airplane. Everyone at the fucking airport. People who drive cars.
Putin, dude. What the hell? Although I could be probably poisoned for this.
I love all the fans at SuperCon, but there was a guy yesterday who was sort of hugging me a little too hard, and I was ready. I was like, look, buddy, you get one free hug that's not a close embrace. Take it easy.
We're coming for you, man. We're coming for you. MB, whose life would you like to trade with?
I'll go with, how about a Microsoft guy?
The live one? Oh, Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Pink.
Why?
Because I find her fascinating.
Why?
Because she's so mega talented, but she's like, she got that rough exterior. I would just like to live, if we could switch places, I think she'd like my life too. I think she'd find it very interesting.
Whose life would you love to trade with? And don't say Kevin Smith.
Now, Anthony Bourdain. That guy, A, gets to travel the world, eat fantastic freaking food, do the weirdest and fun type of things he's ever done, meet the most amazing people.
Axl Rose when he was in Guns N' Roses, not Axl Rose now.
He still is in Guns N' Roses.
No, the original. I mean, this doesn't count.
This is Pride. What's the one thing that you've done that you want everyone to know about?
I'm a huge supporter of animal rights, and I'm a big supporter of shelters, and I'm also a big supporter of cancer societies. So I do a lot of events for breast cancer survivors, prostate, all sorts of cancer surviving. I have loved ones in my family who have had survivors of cancer. And
how about I just had a baby?
And she still looks this good. I'm taking that one because we can get that one on camera.
I want you to check out a webcam show that I'm going to start doing in my apartment.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I want details now.
It's called Our Big Apartment Show, and I'm doing it with Wendy Starling in our apartment that we live in New York together, and it's not porn, though. Okay, it is porn.
Yeah!
For GONZO Radio, this is Super Time 6000 2015 for GONZO television station, coming to the greater Sandusky, Ohio area. This is Pirate Bill, and this is Frank Welker saying, watch Transformers.
GONZO Radio.
Now, people are always asking us, what's your demographic? What's the GONZO Radio Show demographic? Who's your audience?
People talk to us?
People talk to us.
Oh, shit.
People talk to me.
And the first thing that comes out of my mouth is geeks. Those are our people. We're a couple of con rats. We collect comic books. We love science fiction and superhero movies.
And women actually touch us, so I don't want to hear shit about it.
At least 2. 3? Oh, 3. Good for him.
I've got kids.
He's got proof. So, of course, we have a segment dedicated to our geekiness, our love of these science fiction, fantasy, superhero, Renaissance, horror movies, period pieces, and once again, comic books and various events that are geek, a la Geek Check. And it's Geek Check time. I'm all geeked out over the fact that Star Wars Rogue One is coming out December 16th. That's about the same time that this show's going to drop, right?
Isn't that one supposed to be a prequel? So, I don't really get into all this geeky stuff, but, you know, I kind of feel like, I don't know, I'm kind of like...
What are you doing?
A confessional? All the cool reality shows do it.
But we're not a reality show!
So stop that! Roll the clip. Let's get our Geek Check on, shall we? The comic book couples edition of Geek Check.
Yeah, now we narrowed it down to just about 10. Now they're not the top 10, but we feel these are the top 10 most significant couples of modern times right now. I'm going to lead it off at number 10 if you don't mind.
Lead on, McDuff.
Thank you, brother. I'm going to go with North Star and his husband, Kyle Jinadu. They're Marvel Comics, and the beautiful part about it is North Star is the first openly gay American character in comic book history, and their marriage is actually the first same-sex marriage in mainstream comics.
And that comic was huge, a huge seller.
X-Men 51, yeah.
And then next we've got Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Marvel tagged them as the first Marvel family. They were married in 1965. I wonder if he stretches during coitus.
He's nasty. That's what I like
That's a question.
Yeah, I got the quick one. Thanks. I got Barry Allen and Iris West. We're talking about one of the original Flashes. Now, he's been dead and brought back quite a few times. Along with their marriage, they have one of the most unique marriages ever. They've been married happily for over 1,000 years. They started off in the 2000s and they lived in the year 3000. Because of the retcons, I'm waiting to see if there's going to be another wedding coming up soon.
Just make it up as they go along. I swear to God, they're just making it up as they go along.
Oh, you gave me this one on purpose. I know you did. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Yeah, in 2017, they announced that they're going to be in a LGBTQ relationship.
Sure you got enough letters in there?
Well, just let's call them lesbians. I mean, that's what it is, right?
That's the L part. Yeah, I like it. It's not an abusive relationship for Harley like it was with the Joker, so I approve.
How about Batman and Catwoman? These two have been on again, off again for decades. The cool thing about these two, I love this, it's definitely crossing the aisle. He is a hardcore vigilante hero. She is a hardcore anti-hero thief. Who could ask for better than that?
Well, they've been together for a long time. I mean, on Gotham, they've got them together as teenagers. And 15 and 16.
All right, guys. Next one is Black Panther and Storm. That sounds like a lot of fun in the bedroom. Married in 2006, Black Panther of the Avengers and Storm of the X-Men. Divorced in 2012, but they're still friends.
You know it's a comic book romance thing.
I'm going to take it back to a little bit of a younger pace, if you will. I'm going to go with Hulkling and Wiccan. These two are from Young Avengers. The cool thing about these two is they just shared their first kiss in 2012. The unique part about it is it was 7 years in the making. They had a committed relationship for all that time. We didn't see them kiss once until 7 years later. How's that for romance?
Then we've got our all-time classic favorite, Spider-Man and Mary Jane Watson. Now that wasn't his first love, that was Gwen Stacy. However, Spidey did marry Mary Jane in 1987. But to save his aunt's life in 2007, Spidey let the nasty demon Mephisto wipe their marriage out of existence. It's horrific.
Stupidest fucking retcon ever in the story. Okay?
He saved a ton of money on divorce attorneys.
Okay, they could have gotten it right like this, okay? How about Luke Cage and Jessica Jones? This is the coolest thing. They are now stars of their own Netflix series for Marvel. The beautiful thing about it, these two met one night hookup. She got pregnant, they got married, been together ever since, and they got married by their creator in the comic books, Stan Lee himself.
Yeah, but they're on Netflix. Do we get to see this hooked up on Netflix?
Hey!
Uh-huh.
And our #1 couple, Superman and Lois Lane, married in 1996. The end.
For Gonzo Radio, this is Super Time 6000 2015 for Gonzo Television Station, coming to the greater Sandusky, Ohio area. This is Pirate Bill, and this is Frank Welker saying, watch Transformers.